Good morning. Good morning, guys. How are we doing today? I am currently walking to work, and are you guys a fan of this type of thing going on right here? I gotta get something for the phone. Who bounces this much when they walk? That's not normal. So I know it's Tuesday, and I know you guys are expecting a new episode of US 101, but I figured I would change up the pace a little bit. I hadn't done an episode of Grad School 101 in quite some time. I did the introductory episode for you guys a little while ago, explaining what Grad School 101 is. If you haven't seen that episode yet, click up to, you know where to click. So I figured for the first proper episode of Grad School 101, I should probably explain why I want to go to grad school. Why does one want to go to grad school? Well, besides, maybe what some consider might be the obvious fact is that studies have shown that, anyone that gets a master's degree makes more money in the job market, which, is a nice little perk to getting a master's degree, but that's not one of the real main reasons why I wanted to go to grad school. Reason number one for me, change of pace, change of scenery. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? I walk by this thing every day. I really do. It's pretty awesome. So what do I mean by change of pace? Well, you guys have to first understand that in 2004, I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Rutgers University with a degree in journalism. And for the past 13 years, from 2004 to 2017, that's what I worked in. That was my field. That was my industry. I worked in the media, entertainment media. I worked for Sirius XM satellite radio, ABC News Radio, Fuse, and then most recently I was the video director of the music and film website Consequence of Sound. That was my longest job. Did that for about 4.5 years. After about 13 years of having done everything that I did and having been involved in all the different ways, interviewing bands, doing documentaries for videos, writing articles, so on and so forth, producing radio shows, I kind of reached a point where I was just like, you know what, I think I've done a lot of what I wanted to do, and I kind of want to do something different now, and I want to do something different that involves another deep passion of mine. And so in March of 2017, I resigned from my last job over at COS and decided to take the academic route, go the grad school route. Was it scary? Fuck yeah, it was scary. The main reason it was scary was because I'm going back to school, and I haven't been a full-time student since 2004. You're looking at, what now, 14 years of not having gone to school regularly, not going to class regularly, not studying regularly. I mean, you kind of fall out of practice. But then I realized, you know what? If this is what I want to do, this is what I have to do. So, I need to just get off my ass and do it. And yeah, it's going to suck probably at times, but, you just got to get it done to reach that higher goal. So yeah, reason number one, change of scenery, change of pace. Just want to be able to try something new, try something different that I've never done before, and I think it's going to be awesome. Reason number two is passion, is love. And I'll explain that to you guys after I get off the day job, so I'll be right back. Bye.
Several song-filled hours later.
Okay, day job is all done, money made, and now we can get right back to it. So, what was I saying before? Oh, right, passion. Love for the topic of American history. That's the next reason I want to go to grad school. Good. Just got back home. Okay, so when I was 16 years old, I was a junior in high school, and that was my first time I took a full U.S. history course. The box behind me. I'm moving apartments, by the way, guys. New US 101 set. Gonna be coming in a couple of weeks, I think. And my teacher was a man by the name of George Winner, Mr. Winner, and I will never forget his name for as long as I live, because he was the one that first instilled that passion of American history into me. He didn't just teach American history as just a sequential series of events, like just a linear narrative. He deviated. He went into the weeds. He talked about the smaller stories, the lesser known stories of American history, examined all different sides, not just the overarching, just the big facts, but he went into the smaller stories, the lesser known stories, stuff that I've talked about with you guys on US 101. And it was just his style of teaching that made me fall in love with the subject, that made me fall in love with the topic. And that love never waned. I've loved American history ever since I was 16 years old. And the third reason why I want to get my master's degree, why I want to go to grad school, is because I want to become a teacher. I want to take my experience of being a journalist, of being a YouTuber, being a history YouTuber specifically, of being somebody that's had a long career in public speaking, and take that to the classroom and translate those skills into the classroom, into something that I can use to teach students. The degree I'm getting is what's called an MAT, which stands for Masters in the Art of Teaching. So it's a combination history and teaching degree because it's given through the history department at the University of Illinois, Chicago. I'm going to be focusing on American history. So it's going to be half history, half education degree. So basically it's going to be prepping me to become a teacher at the secondary level and at a college level, like a junior college level, community college level if you want to. And I really think that I can bring a lot to a classroom. I'm not saying that I'm going to go into the classroom and become this hero where I'm going to save the students. No, I just want to go in there and I want to have good conversations with students about American history. Talk to them about history in a way that you would have a conversation about anything. You know, and on top of that, let's be completely honest, all the teachers out there, if you teach math, English, science, all very noble professions, you guys are awesome. But at the end of the day, we all know that the history teacher was always the coolest teacher in school. And I think that's basically it, to be honest with you. I think those are my three main reasons as to why I want to go to grad school, why I decided to go and pursue a master's degree. For the longest time, I said to myself, I'm not going to get a master's degree. I have no need for a master's degree. But that was when I was in journalism. In journalism, you don't necessarily need a master's degree. Journalism is more of a who you know kind of industry in a way to make your way up the ladder, so to speak. But when it comes to education, when it comes to academics, when it comes to academia, I think a master's degree would benefit me greatly. And that's why I wanted to pursue it, and that's why I'm going after it. And classes start in August. I am excited, I am anxious, I am terrified, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be a good time. And yeah, more episodes of Grad School 101 are gonna be coming throughout the rest of the year, much more regularly. Once the school year actually starts, maybe the next episode we'll talk about the whole aspect of getting financial aid for school. I'll see you next week for a new episode of US 101. Until then, I'm gonna go walk Kevin. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I have to do because I'm being delinquent on that. Kevin! Kevin!